Let's take a look at how to work with custom columns in K9. So if you notice in our demo environment, for instance, if I go into the customers form, I have this extended properties tab. Now I'll see this on many forms, and basically this is where I create those custom columns. Now these are things, of course, that we've gone through and just played around with to see what was possible. And I'll show you how to create these. So basically in the system maintenance, system management, custom columns. You find over here when you drop down the list the different entities that you can create columns for. Check back once in a while because we frequently add new entities and the way they interact with other documents. But in this case, let's say I have something in my customers form that I need to be able to track. So I have the different field types over here, a drop down, and I can create the drop down items. Line text, so basically free text that the user can create. A checkbox, basically on and off, and a date column. So let's say I want to create a line text over here, and I want to call it, customers' favorite restaurants. Maybe I want to be able to go ahead and create a notification on that one so I can know where to take them when they visit. So I'll go ahead and save that over there. And it's basically a line text. We'll go over the different options over here. If I go back to my customers form over here, and I'll open an existing customer just for reference, and we go to our extended properties, here's that column that we just created. And we can go ahead and create whatever they have over there. TGI Fridays. Okay. And I'll go ahead and save that, and it's in there. Okay. So that was one common column type. You can go in here, and of course, and there are several column types, as we said. There's a line text that we just created, the drop down, checkbox, and date. Let's open one that we created so you can see what it is over here. So let's say on platinum over here. Okay, this is a simple checkbox, and that's it. That's all it created. If I take a look, for instance, at in the doctors, we have this doctor number 2 column that we created, and we can see the details over here are those 2 items over there. Let's go and create a new one just to take a look at the properties and how they work. So I'll create within my customer form another drop down, and basically I want to know if they're a wholesale or a retail customer. Now, I have different ways of tracking that kind of data, so this really isn't necessary, but let's track it what one over here. So we go something like this. Okay, and again, I can always edit this later on if they become another type of classification. But I'm going to add a detail over here, and we'll call it wholesale. Okay, and I'll create another one that's called retail. Okay. And I'll save these. And once I go into my customer form, and again, I'll bring up that same customer so we can see the updates. And again, under my extended properties, there we go. I have that drop down. Okay, and that's basically how you create custom columns. Now, how they work is a little bit different. So, of course, we're always updating K9, coming out with new features. But you have the ability to print these custom columns on printouts. And we'll get into those options on the printout config video. And that's basically how you work with custom columns.